And everyone, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Money with Friends. Every Wednesday around this time, 7 o'clock, we come to your home to share or your house. Actually, we come everywhere. I know a couple of my friends say that they watch me from work or, anywhere you are. So I would like to thank you for joining in and also to let you know that tonight's topic is going to be a great topic and that you're going to enjoy it. Typically on Wednesdays, we have a lot more people here with us. But, you are our friends tonight, and we are asking you to participate, take actions. If you like something, make a comment. If you would like to ask a question, feel free to do so. So what is tonight's topic? Tonight's topic is your progress matters. Your progress matters because, in essence, this is mid-year, June 30th, exactly. So it's mid-year, and we wanted to do a quick checkup because at the end of the day, it's always important to do what we call retrospective retrospective look at to take that look at how far you've come or how far you've traveled. We always say that the only time you should be looking behind you, it's when you're looking to see how far you've traveled or how far you've come. In January, we talked about creating a plan. I'm always looking up, like I said, because my plan is right there. And also, too, we said not only creating a plan, but you do need to create an action plan, meaning like you have to know the steps that you're going to be taking in order for you to get to your goals. We wanted to encourage you to create that roadmap because at the end of the day, without a roadmap, you are bound to get lost. Who wants to get lost? Not me, and I'm sure not you either. The reason why we want to not get lost because we do not want to waste valuable time because time is of the essence. There's always a window of opportunity for everything, and we want to take advantage of those of the time that we have in life. We all remember. I remember I was saying to someone earlier this week that before GPS and before the map and navigator, I used to get lost a lot. I used to get lost, like even in Boston, I would get lost traveling to and from places. But now because I have navigator in my car or I have navigator in my cell phone, I'm able to get to one place, from one place to the next without wasting time and without getting lost. So that's why it's very important that we said create a plan because if you have financial goals, if you have professional goals, if you have educational goals, if you have relational goals, if you have health goals and you want to get to those destinations, you have to create a plan. So we wanted to have this 6 months, 6 month assessments because we know it's not easy. Last week we had a friend on the show, Anna, and Anna said that she read a quote online, and the quote was life. Basically, the quote was everything is hard. Everything is hard. You get to choose your hard. So in essence, everything is hard. When you create a plan, a roadmap, we know it's hard, but you have to choose your hard, and you have to do what you need to do in order to get to that destination. And we've been developing several great topics since last year when we started in November. Oh my gosh, we've actually done 30 shows, 30 shows since November. And we've developed great topics to inspire you, to give you concrete and tangible ideas you could start implementing to help you achieve your goals. The first time we did the show, we encouraged our viewers to think about, what is it that they would like to see in their lives, if you go on, we even gave that example. If you go into New York and you're getting lost, you have to turn around. So, meaning like tonight, if you started this year and you did take some of our advice, but you're not where you need to be, we have some ideas that you can use, ideas that you can take with you that will help you. Now, I was talking to a friend. I'm always talking to people about this show, and I said to someone, How many people do you think, if you were to guess, how many of our viewers do you think took the time to create a written plan and have been able to follow through those their written plan? And she said, well, I don't know, maybe half of the people who are watching. And I say, I wish, right? Because my guess is not too many. And I'm not being pessimistic, because that's not what I'm trying to convey here, pessimism. But what I want to say is that that's the way life usually is. You have people who hear the word, they hear information, and then they get excited, and then things happen and they forget and they don't get to implement. And you have those who hear the word and they say, you know what, this is not for me. I'm better. I already know what I need to do, even though what they've been doing is not working. And then we have others who hear the word, who hear a message, who hear an advice, and they said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And then they start, and then they stop. And then you have the ones who hear it and do something about it and stick to it. And those people are those, basically, we want to talk to those folks tonight, and also the ones who are struggling. I was saying to her, I said, usually January 1st, we have so many folks who have New Year's resolutions, right? I want to lose weight. I want to go to the gym every day. I want to eat better. I want to save money. I want to stick to my budget. And they have so many different ideas. But by the second week of January, life happens, right? They all have, maybe they wanted to go to the gym, but the babysitter called in sick, or the job asked them to work late that night, or a family member needs help, or it gets hard. That's the way it is. And so they are paying for membership, paying for a monthly membership, and yet not going. And many times folks are like, oh, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to cancel my membership because I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And then that's very hopeful, and it's great to be hopeful. But at the end of the day, we know that most people, that's why I said not too many, because we know most people do not follow through because life will happen. Again, going back to what Anna said last week, life is hard. You got to choose your heart. Life is hard. And that's why, again, we've been given strategic ideas to help you build your stamina, I would say, so that you don't give up and keep going. We talked about, the cost. Earlier this week, I posted something that talks about the cost of success. If it were easy, everybody would do it. That's why we say it's hard. If it were easy, everybody would be doing it. There's always a cost. Now we've talked about the financial costs to doing things. You're going to the university, you're going to college, you're trying to start a business. There are financial costs, right? You have to put money down in order to get things done. We also, in business, they talk about economic costs, the cost of the financial plus the opportunity costs, meaning like because you're doing one thing, you're not able to do something else. So those opportunity costs, I think about the fact that if you go into college, you may not be able to work full time. The fact that you don't get full-time income, that's an opportunity cost. And if you're studying, you may not be able to go to all the parties. That's an opportunity cost, because sometimes going to that party you would have met the person of your dream. And there's a lot of opportunities that people lose out on because they're doing something else. But in life, there are always going to be costs. But what are you willing to pay for your dream? I mean, creating a roadmap is the start, right? Creating a roadmap is the start. Having it written down is actually a bigger start. But what are you willing to pay in order for you to get to your destination? And so I know since I started doing this show, I know a couple of people have said to me, can you do this? Can you do that? Or can you even do another show for me? Or can you participate in my show here and there? And I said to them, in order for me to put this one here together, it takes the cost. It takes about 5 to 10 hours of my time. Usually I'm here on a Sunday preparing, getting ready, doing an agenda. Yes, I come prepared. Doing an agenda, sharing with my friends who are coming, calling them, asking questions if they have questions, are things going for them, and trying to get a feel so that on Wednesdays when I'm in front of you, it all seems so easy and so well rehearsed, but it is hard work. So there is a cost to your success. There's gonna be cost. The post that I had that you all can watch, you can read online, talked about the late nights. You know, if you are trying to get an education, you're gonna have to deal with the late nights, right? Uh, and you have to expect to pay that price, or you're not gonna get that education. Early mornings, we did a show, so that's why we did a show called Education Matters, right? We did a show about entrepreneurship matters. So yeah, literally we've done 30 shows, like I said earlier, and Education Matters was one of them. Entrepreneurship matters. So we talk about like the cost of waking up early and being diligent, because if you cannot show up to work on time, you cannot be a business person. You cannot be an entrepreneur if you cannot even be responsible at work. So we actually had that conversation when we did the show about entrepreneurship, how important that was. The other point that this poster made was like when you are willing to pursue your dreams and running towards your destiny, there will be a cost. And the third cost, it talks about you will have very few friends, supporters, people who can support you. We talked about family matters, you know, how important it is to have close families who can support you, and also your foundation. Because when the friends are saying goodbye, they're not willing to support you, they will call you every day with trivial conversations about everything and nothing. But when it comes to supporting you and your dream, you may not find that many friends. So it's very important to understand that. That's why we took the time to do that show. We also had a show that talked about sisterhood matters. Again, we were sharing all of these ideas and concept and concrete ideas because we wanted to empower you, give you the tools that you would need to make your dream come true. Because at the end of the day, if you're heading towards a destination, everybody needs support and encouragement. And that's basically the purpose and the goal of this show every Wednesday. So I encourage you. Being misunderstood, the poster said, you know, you will be misunderstood. That's why having sisterhood and having people who can support you. But also, I know one of the earlier shows we did was knowing the power of your no, knowing the power of your no, being able to say no when you cannot and not have the bandwidth to do all the things that folks are being asking you to do. And sometimes they'll be like, why is she saying no? That's when you are being misunderstood. Well, I have my goals and I want to stick to them in order for me to pursue. I cannot live my life and live your life at the same time. So it's very important to know. And that's why we did that show about the power of no, because we know so many. I remember years ago, I had this young lady who told me, I really want to go to grad school, but I have too many friends. And I'm like, what do you mean? She said, I have too many friends because they call me every day for advice. They call me every day for something. And I don't think I will have the energy or the discipline or the time to study. And I didn't understand that because I myself gone to grad school and I felt like at the time I had to tell everybody that I was busy and when I'm ready, I would call you. But I didn't do what she did. So the power of your no would have helped this young lady. We also talk about the fact that when you are ready to pursue your dreams, it's gonna always feel overwhelmed. You know, feeling overwhelmed. Like right now, I feel a little overwhelmed, but you know, you gotta do it anyways. You know, I think Anna again last week said that do it scared. If you are scared, do it anyways. Anyway, because at the end of the day, if you don't do it, who's gonna do it, right? When you feel like you're all alone and you don't have the support, it's okay. You know, sometimes the support doesn't come because folks are busy, you know, like today, but sometimes the support doesn't come because folks don't care to give you that support. And I think she mentioned that, you know, it'll never come. So when you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you're all alone, think about reaching out to folks who can help you, to people who can help you. I know for me, we talked about teachers matters. Teachers matter because I had some great educators on the show a few months ago, and they came and talked about their classrooms and how they were empowering their students and really making a difference. And I also shared how my teachers were very instrumental in helping me becoming the person that I am today. And also the fact that legacy matters. When you think about what you would like to leave behind, the legacy that you want to leave behind as a man or woman, because a good book says that a wise man or a wise woman leaves an inheritance. And that inheritance is not only money, but so much more. So when you feel overwhelmed, you keep going. And also when you question in your own sanity, why am I doing this? I.e., right now, why am I doing this? Why do I feel like why do I feel compelled to pursue that education, that degree? Why do I feel compelled to, pursue that business idea? Or why do I feel compelled to wake up early in the morning when everybody's sleeping to go to the gym? Why do I feel that strong desire to do this and that? It doesn't matter. You know what your goals are. I know what mine are. So the key is when you feel like you even questioning your own sanity, definitely these are the times that you have to say, my foundation matters. How I grew up, the person that I am today is because of the person that I watched. I saw how I grew up, and my parents, my mother in particularly, I said all the time, taught me how to be excellent. And she said that whatever you do it with as if you were doing it for the Lord, and that everything I wanted to do it with a lot of excellence. So therefore, sometimes you question your own sanity when you're doing certain things. When you invest in, it would have been easy to just do it, wing it, to do it, in a way that's not optimal. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So your goals and your dreams, the things that you're trying to do, and you're waking up every day doing them, you definitely have to continue doing them, because you think about the fact that you wouldn't be able to do it, or you would not be willing to do it any other way but with excellence. So yeah. And also lastly, this poster talked about being your own cheerleader. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So being able to do it and believing that you can do it, sticking to your goals. Going back again, we said that the reason that we wanted to have this show today is because today is June 30th. And we have been talking and sharing and encouraging you to really activate your dreams and activate your plans and activate your goals for 2021. And that we encourage you to write it down, put it plain and write it down so that you could check it off. Like I've been able to do so many of my goals that I had this year. I remember last year, as I was doing the show, I said, you know what, I'm going to take care of my health. I'm going to make sure I do my physical. I was going to make sure I go to the dentist, make sure I go to have all my different tests and stuff like that. And guess what? I did it. I made sure I scheduled those appointments, and I 1, 2, 3, 4. And many times, I had to go bright and early, because those were the schedules that they had available. But I did it anyways, because I said to myself, I made a promise that my health will be my priority. We talked about your health is your wealth. Nothing is more important than your health. So if that's your priority this year, and you said, at the beginning of the year, I want to be healthier. I want to take care of my health. I want to have the peace of mind knowing that my health is in good condition and that I'm not sick and I'm healthy. And we talked about the health being physical, spiritual, and emotional. And I encourage you to definitely pursue that and do what you need to do. Be your own cheerleader, do what you said you're going to do and not to give up. Because at the end of the day, no one can do it for you. I wish I could go to the gym and exercise on your behalf. Nobody's going to be able to do that. If you want to save money for your retirement, you have to do it yourself. If you want to take care of your insurance policy. We had a program about insurance. You have to call the insurance agent and say, I want to set up that policy for me and my family. If you're looking to change career, we talked about, your career choice matters. You got to do it yourself. You have to get up and do it yourself. Now, is it all going to be worth it? We believe so. We wouldn't be here sharing all this information with you if we didn't think that it was going to be worth it. Because if you have it, if it's a desire, it's definitely something that you can pursue and do. And we are here every Wednesday. We're going to continue to be here to be a cheerleader for you, with you, to support you. We are going to be here to let you know, yes, you can. We are going to be here to bring inspiring folks, friends who can share their ideas with you and, sorry, and also share their own experiences with you, because we believe that it is worth it. We wouldn't be doing this here if we didn't think it was worth it. It is worth it that we are here, because if we can change the life of one person, that's all that matters. I was saying to someone earlier, actually the other day, and I said to him, a lot of people don't know anything about me. Those who are watching, perhaps, who are seeing this for the first time. And if this is your first time watching our show live, please go back and watch some other programs that we've done in the past. You're going to love that. But if this is not your first time, I just want to say that, as you all know, that, this is not my first time doing this. I started giving back. I did a show, actually. I said, your real currency, your service is your real currency, meaning like giving back to your community is more important than so much more that you can think of, because that can give you exponential return on your investment. And we talked about giving back because of the fact that so many come and take from the community, that they live in, but they don't give back because they're so busy doing other things. So for me personally, I was saying to this business owner that I started doing this program here way before I turned on the camera last month, and last year, November. And it was like, oh gosh, maybe 2009. I decided that I would give back to my community. I started doing a program, a weekly meeting at church called God, Money, and You. And I was going religiously. And I say religiously because I'm a person of my word. So sometimes it was raining, I went. It was snowing, I went. It was sunshine outside, I went, because I was committed to that. And after I did that, and I needed to transition to doing it at home, I invited friends and guests, and many of the ladies who've been on the show as friends have been to the program here at the house. And, we had so much fun. We used to break bread together and really had a great time learning from one another, and also, reading books, financial books together, magazines, and also really having great discussions. Because I think it was a couple of weeks ago that one of my guests, Linda Champion, she said that, we don't have enough of those conversations and we need to have more of them. And I said, that's precisely why I decided, 12, 13 years ago to start having those conversations, because I thought it would be beneficial. It would be a win-win, win for me and win for those who are participating. And so I did that for a while. And then last year, someone who had come before, said to me, why not? Since it's COVID and nobody's available to come, why don't you do it online? It'll be easier to reach out to your friends that way, and even more friends. So I've been able to do that. And again, it's progress. I said to people all the time, if I get 20 viewers, I'm happy, because of the fact that when I was doing it at home, I had 10 people come in. And when I was at the church, maybe 5 to 10 folks will come in. If it's nice out, they didn't show up. If it was snowing, some people didn't show up. But, if we had 5 to 10, it was great. So I'm always grateful for those who do take the time to listen and to watch and to make comments. and also to share, because I believe wholeheartedly that this information that we share, when we have our friends and our guests here, the information that we're sharing, they're timely and important. And so we are again encouraging you to take actions, to take action. If you have not taken advantage of the momentum that we've been creating since the beginning of the year, it's halfway through the year, but you're still alive because you're watching me. I would encourage you to start going. Get started today. I always say today, not tomorrow. Get started today. Get going today, because change matters. We talked about that last week. Change matters. Get going today. Do not wait another day. Yes, it's been 6 months. You didn't get to do it. You wish you had done it. It's okay. You cannot change tomorrow. You can do something about, you cannot change yesterday. You can definitely do something about tomorrow. So I would encourage you to pick up your pieces and get going. Now, if you are one of those who are diligent enough to pick up and took advantage of this momentum and created your own plan, and you've been able to check off, like this young lady that I've been friends with who called me and she said, Gabrielle, thank you so much for this show, because I heard you and I did something, and guess what? I've been able to work on my credit, and I can attest the same thing for me. I heard you, and guess what? I was able to get another job because I realized that I was undermining myself and not maximizing my own potential. And I was talking to one of the ladies who did the show with me about the power of no yesterday, and she said, "Yes, you're right. I kept thinking about the power of no, and it became more easy for me to say no when it was something that was too much for me to handle. If I didn't have the bandwidth, I would feel comfortable to say no. So I would encourage you to, again, watch some of the old shows if you have time, and also start doing something today. Now, like I said, if you've already started and you are on your way to achieving your goals for this year, congratulations. I'm very proud of you. And we do the stuff that we do because we want to encourage people like you as well. Because we know you are like, the good students who really get things done. And we will encourage you to keep going, keep doing it, keep making progress towards your destination, because it matters. Progress matters. So next week, we're going to have a gentleman who wanted to be here today, but because of, I don't know, it's been very hot in Boston. So I think a lot of people are a little tired. But, last week he said that when I was talking to him about inviting him to the show, he said, I cannot make it today, but I really, really want to come next week because I want to share some of the things that I've been doing this year. And he had sent me a couple emails about some of the great actions that he's taken this year. He's a business owner. He started small, and now he's on his way to building an empire. And we can learn a lot from someone like that. And that's why we're encouraging all of you. It's hard. Life is hard. There are going to be obstacles. Some of them will be, the internal and the external. Some of them will be within your control, and others will not be within your control. They'll be outside of your control. How do I know? I've lived through it. I know it too well. However, if you take the opportunity that we've been offering here and you become part of this momentum and encourage yourself, sometimes you have to speak over yourself and encourage yourself. But we are here to help you, to cheer you on and encourage you to do the best thing that you can do for yourself. And that's, making your own dreams come true. Your progress matters, and we want to encourage you to keep progressing towards your destination. So without further ado, I would like to say again, thank you to everybody who's been supporting us. We wouldn't be here 6 months later without all the supporters, the folks, the friends who've come on the show, who've said yes when it was difficult to say yes, although we're encouraging everybody to say no when it's time to say no. And that's why I respect a no, because I know the ones who, when it's time to say yes, you always say yes. So I could go on and name everybody, but too many to call by name. So I would say thank you so much again to all my friends. And if you are here and you're watching the show and you think, oh, I would like to be on the show one of these days, because it's giving something that I would like to be part of. Like I say, your real currency is your service. And I would like to give back. I have something that I would like to share. Maybe Gabrielle can incorporate that in the show. Please feel free to inbox me. Let me know, because I'm here for you and as you are here for me. So thank you again. I wanted to do 30 minutes here, and it's 30 minutes. So I want to thank you and have an awesome day today.